I see Jim Ratcliffe talking about the managers doing well with these players. It's cope. It's cope. Managers failing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
They're like 15th.
Yeah, bro. And you know what the wickedest thing is? Bare people were saying that Ratcliffe said that he's gonna back Amorim. He never said that. You know them ones. Listen, I dissected the whole interview with a fine tooth comb, and he did not say that once. He said, I like Ruben. That's what he said. You know them ones there, like, bro, there's a lot of things I like, yeah. There's a lot of foods I like that I don't eat. You know them ones.
Mm-hmm.
So it is what it is. Just because
there's
you like
people that you like that you don't talk to regularly.
That's what I'm saying. Like, just because I like something, yeah, that don't mean, yeah, that it's a staple. It's not staying, like, you know, like that. And this is the reality is, yeah. He said, yeah, the brother said, they said, yo, are you unequivocally backing Ruben, yeah, throughout the summer? And he said, I'm backing the sporting team. That's what he said, of Omar and them, man. So that means whatever them man want is what goes. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, he never said, I'm backing this manager. He just said, I like him. That was it. So as much as he can turn around and say that, yo, like, I think he's doing well, he's not doing well. You know, like, he said that, yeah, he said, I'm backing the management team. That's what I'm saying. Like, the management team. That's not him, bro. And the point is, yeah, the point that I was trying to make was that he said that the manager is doing well considering the players that he's got available, because the wage bill is that of a mid-table team, yeah, if you factor into the players that are out on loan and the players that are injured. However, people have fact-checked that, and that's actually not true. And even if it was, Nottingham Forest are third, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? Even if, because he said Nottingham Forest and Everton. Nottingham Forest are third. So that means we know that Nuno's overperforming anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? But Nottingham Forest are third, bro. So there's, just because you've got a mid-table wage bill, which you don't, but even if you did, that doesn't mean the team should be performing as a mid-table team. That's crazy, because this is the same guy that said some players aren't good enough and some players are overpaid. So, like,
it's indirectly saying, like, if you have a low wage structure, then it's okay to be mid-table.
But that's it, which doesn't really make sense, because
we've nuked our average wage structure over the last 2 years and
got better.
I'm not trying to flex it, but we've climbed the table.
Yeah, well, exactly. And also, it's not a good look saying that, for the simple fact that somebody might take it as, you know what you said, yeah, we know that the long-term goal for these owners, yeah, is to reduce the wage bill. We know that. So if he turns around and he says, yo, if we've got a mid-table wage bill, then it's cool for us to finish mid-table, then what does that say long-term? What does that say long-term? Because we know that you're trying to bring the wage bill down. So what are you saying that it's acceptable to finish mid-table because you're trying to reduce the wage bill? It's not a fucking excuse, my guy. It's actually not an excuse.
It's just it's a waffled response that he thought he could get away with and clearly hasn't.
And that's it, bro. And I got sent something anyway. That basically it says here that removing the wages for the players that we loaned out and the players that aren't available, which would be Mount, Sancho, Shaw, Rashford, it still puts us at 135 million a year, the wage bill, which means we're fifth, blood, and it's still higher than Liverpool's. So it's chatting shit. If you take out Casemiro, Lindelof, and Evans, it brings us to 108 million, yeah, which puts us eighth.
So it's even more BS.
Yeah, and if you take out Lissandro and Ahmad as well, it still puts us ninth, blood. So either way, he's underperforming. No matter which way you try and dress it up, this manager's underperforming. And this is what I've been trying to fucking tell you, lot. A man is saying, oh, Rants, just say you're hammering him out. Brother, I'm telling you the brother's failing. Do you know what I mean? Like, bro, it's a fact. And what jars me the most is that I give you facts, yeah? And then man get emotional and be like, oh, just back the manager. Bro, are you not going to argue the point that I'm trying to make? Like, just back the manager does not mean that I'm wrong. Like, it doesn't argue the point.
Bro, we've had this for years, though. As soon as you're a manager out and you've taken the time to think about it, let things fester, and then you just had enough of you got to that point, You don't get like genuine responses as to why you want to keep the manager. You get the little cliched responses. Give him time to just back him, back the players, back the team. It's a process and all of that crap. But they won't argue your points. They'll just say time or patience or buzzwords. It happens. It's literally just football fans at this point. Because they'll give you the same cliched answers because they want to be right or they don't have a response for your points or anything like that.
No, 100%. So it's one of them ones where I did watch the interview, guys. I did enjoy it. I thought that he answered everything well. I didn't have a problem with anything he said. The way that he answered the questions exactly how I would have answered them, to be honest. Like a lot of the stuff he said, I already told you guys. Do you know what I'm saying about the free lunches and all these other things? And I like the way that he outlined the fact that these are the fans' money. Like, do you know what I mean? Would you rather I spend your money on fucking free lunches for these lot, or players? And he's right. Do you know what I mean? Like, bond the free lunch, bro. Like I said to you guys, 95% of the people in the UK don't get free lunches, bro. Like, man didn't get free lunches at school more times. Do you know what I'm saying? At school. And man never got paid to go to school. So if you don't get paid to go to school, and you still need to pay for lunch, why does someone that gets paid to go to work, why do they deserve a free lunch? They don't. Now, that doesn't make no sense. Right.
We had a little fingerprint scan and everything. Put your £2 in and get your food, innit?
Like, bro, like in my school, you only got free lunch, and even it wasn't really a free lunch. You got a subsidized lunch if your parents earned under a certain amount. So you got like a little lunch card, which was worth up to a certain amount of money. But if you got any more food than that, you still had to pay. Like, do you know what I mean? There was no free lunch. Like, there wasn't. Like, everyone had to pay something. So I don't know why people are complaining about the fact that these men are not getting free lunch. I couldn't give a shit, bro. Like, Man United don't need to pay any more than any other business, bro. They don't need to do anything that another business response.
They'll give you another cliche response. We're a family.
We're not a family. We're a football club. We're a football club. We're a business. Crap. Do you know what I mean? We're a business. Like, everything's a business. Do you know what I'm saying?
People want to like they're adding the emotional aspect and everything like that.
Yeah.
And then they overinflate things, and it's like that they're having porridge and gruel instead of like compared to the rest of the players. So it ain't that deep. It really isn't.
But that's
ultimately it's a job. You're there to get paid. So
well, of course. Do you know what I mean? And like I said, if the footballers feel a way about it, and these men are on hundreds of thousands a week, then bro, they can pay for the lunches. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, do you know what I mean? Why should the company have to pay for it? If Man United is such a family club, the players can pay for the lunches of the employees then, because that's their way of showing gratitude, because they're the ones that are getting paid all that money, and the majority of them are overpaid. Like, there's not a lot of players at Man United that are actually on the wages that they deserve to be on. Most of them are on inflated wages because most of them are not good enough. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? That ain't no 350 grand a week player or whatever he's on. Like, he's never 300 grand a week. Do you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, he can pay
5K, 10K off that, of one of the weekly wages. You could get food for everybody for a month.
But this is what I'm trying to say, bro. Like what's man really talking about? If it's a family club, the players can pay for the food. And the reason why they're not going is because they ain't a family club.
PR, man. He'd love that.
Bruv, Mount should pay for that shit.
Yeah, man. It's not like he's doing anything anyway.
No, 100%, bro. So this is my point. Like, no one's highlighting the fact that between Mount and Shaw, these men are on about over 400k, over 400k a week. And man are talking about free lunches. Them man could pay for it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the reality.
I swear, I keep forgetting Luke Shaw's still alive and everything. So, yeah, you, bruv.
But this is the
food joke in there, but I've just woke up. But
yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, there's a lot of food jokes in there.
Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? I ain't at my wittiest point right now.
So
I'll leave that to you guys in the chat.
No, this is the point though. So when people are talking rubbish about the situation, it's not for the club to feed these people. They're already paying them. So they don't need to feed them. And also, if they're not feeding them, that means the people that were making their food as well, it means that they also don't have to hire people to make their food because there's no one to make their food. You know them ones there, bro. You not gonna have sandwiches, man. Fuck that.
Yeah, then that means they can cut down on the amount of chefs and just prioritize that for the players.
Yeah, 100%. Go sort your own food, man. Close down the employee kitchen, bro, and just have a kitchen for the players on that, and that's it. Completely fine. Completely fine. Do you know what I mean?
No,
have a vending machine like everyone else, bro. Like it's not that deep. I just don't understand why people think here that because the club makes a certain amount of money that it shouldn't still be run fundamentally like a normal business. The majority of the money as fans we want spent on buying players and being the best team and making sure that we have the best facilities and the best stadium. That's where all the money should be going. Like all of it. Because ultimately, as fans, we care about how we're performing on the pitch. That's it. Do you know what I'm saying? We don't care about all this other stuff, man. Like, we genuinely don't. People were only talking about the tunnel and the leaking roof and that because we weren't winning trophies. If we were winning trophies, people wouldn't care.
Trust. Everything gets overanalyzed when your team's in bad form. We've seen it with Chelsea over the last 2-3 years. Like, stuff about the hotels, civil war, all of that crap. All just because we were out of form.
Exactly.
It's normal. Everything else gets overanalyzed, but it's about on the pitch. It's
the same with the players as well. Do you know what I'm saying? People are talking about, oh, maybe they're tired, maybe they're this. People do that when you're not winning games. Do you know what I mean? No one's talking about fatigue when it comes to Liverpool right now. You think they're not tired, bro? They're playing more games than everyone else. They got a cup final on the weekend, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And they're playing today. So you think them man are not tired? They're not fucking tired because they're winning games.
Yeah, trust. And like again, you look at Chelsea and City, we got a double season coming up.
I hear
literally back to back. So yeah.
So it's foolishness, really. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, facts. Spurs got an elite stadium. They're still rubbish. They're still no closer to really winning anything. And they got the best stadium in the country.
Well off the pitch.
Amazingly well.
And still amazingly well. They'd take all of that money away if it meant that their team could win trophies.
Yeah, facts. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think obviously Spurs got the NFL, they got the concerts and that they do there, the boxing, and then I think Man City just got the NBA or something like that. I don't know when that starts, maybe next season or something like that.
So you're gonna have NBA games?
Yeah, they're gonna have NBA games in Manchester. At the arena that they built.
Oh,
I think at the arena that they built, the new arena thing, the new Manchester arena. I think that's where the Misfits boxing is as well this month. So I think it's the same arena that they're going to be having the NBA. So that's going to be more money for Man City as well, more revenue that they're going to be able to spend on players. So this is why United need their new stadium, so they can be doing all that shit.
Meanwhile, with ours, we don't even know what we're doing again. So, hey. I don't even know of our stadium situation. We've either got an Elscourt patch that we don't know if we can move to or not. And then we also have to deal with the CPO because they own the name Chelsea. And then...
Are you serious?
Yeah, the Chelsea pitch owners own the name Chelsea FC. They were created by Ken Bates to make sure that Chelsea always play at Stamford Bridge. So, like, they have control over the brand name. That's why even Roman wasn't able to get us to move from Stamford Bridge.
Because man was saying if you move, you'd have to change the name of the team.
Yeah.
Come on, mate.
Chelsea has to change.
That's crazy.
You have to get enough of an agreement from the Chelsea pitch owners. Even Roman wasn't able to get enough.
Your club's cooked, man. Like, bro, your pitch is so small, bro. Like, man's actually played at Stamford Bridge here. Like, the stadium's tiny, bro. Like, you feel like you could literally, like, you're taking a corner, bro, and the fans are right there, bro. Like,
yeah. I used
to
buy the corner flag as my season ticket holder. It's mad.
They're right there. Like, it's tiny, bro. Like, people need to understand, innit? So, nah, man. Like, the fact that man owned the name of the club, yeah, and it's attached to the pitch and all that, all this sentimental crap. This is what I mean. Feelings aren't gonna win you trophies, guys. Like, man, have to get rid of sentiment. Like, the truth is, yeah, sentiment will hold you back. Like, if Chelsea fans really cared about the club, they would say, yo, we're moving wherever we're moving, bro. Look at the size of West Ham Stadium now. Do you think West Ham are complaining now? They're not
And
complaining
in
about
West
Upton Park
London,
no
there's
more.
nowhere to move, which is why I'm so, because there's this Else Court spot 5-10 minutes away from the bridge. It is the perfect spot for us. And apparently there's been talks from like the Hammersmith and Fulham borough.
We're in Earls Court, what, near the exhibition?
Where that used to be.
Okay.
So like that spot's just been razed to ground. Nothing's been done with it yet. There's some development plans for like flats. But apparently there was like a meeting with Hammersmith and Fulham where a lot of people were in agreement that it makes more sense for Chelsea to get that spot because it's a better tourist opportunity and like you can obviously get other events and shit. And it would make more sense for the flats to be moved to West Stamford Bridges. But like, I guess, I don't know if it's gone to the Chelsea pitch owners or not. It's just been an idea for now. But honestly, if we can get Else Court, take it and run. We are not getting another spot in West London. There's nothing. There's not enough space. We have one right next to us, which doesn't change anybody's match day tradition. No one's. You have all your pubs right where they are and like the same journey, give or take 5-10 minutes. It makes no difference. If anything, it's even more accessible because there's free train stations around that area. But I don't know if we can get an opportunity to move there and the Chelsea pitch owners say no, I don't know what I want for them. Because like the only other option other than that is build the bridge up to 60k, move out for 4 years anyway while they build it. So what's the fucking difference at this point? Yeah. And then we can never upgrade above 60k. And then guess what? 20, 30 years, we're going to have to move anyway because we need another bigger ground. Waste of time, waste of another billion.
100%. And not only that, it's like if you can't upgrade above 60k, yeah, and you don't want to move, then man are going to have to put the ticket prices up and then fans are going to cry anyway. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what's already just started to happen. Like Roman never raised the prices, but now we're doing that. And I also quietly think it's a reason why we're so heavy on hoarding youth players and flipping for profit. I think 100%. That's the reason why we've dialed it up to like 200.
Yeah. It's a different way.
You're going to have to try and make the money up somewhere.